Madam Senator, on what course of action can be taken. Unfortunately, I cannot say right now, but we will consult on paano natin mahahabol if kaya yung mga ongoing na awarded na. But for those na hindi pa, definitely po, we will apply the new cost already. We will not wait for 2026. We will apply the new costs already now. Thank you, Madam Chair.
May we receive, please, from the engineering districts, which are these projects not yet implemented that can generate savings from renegotiated contracts based on the President's advisory on lowering DUPA? And second, ongoing projects, pero alam naman yung linoloko tayo bago ba yung bagong team pumasok, maaari naman yung i-terminate. Nagawa na nyo sa ibang distrito?
Yes, in fact, we have terminated several already based on the cases that have been filed, as well as the licenses that have been cancelled. So there is a clear process po, Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, and we've already terminated several already, particularly all the contracts of the Diskaya companies, as well as their joint venture partners, as well as the other companies where we have filed cases, such as Wawaw, Sims, etc. So we will consult with the Office of the Solicitor General, and we will see paano natin mahahabol ito.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The DPWH can actually do a sweep of these projects ongoing for 2025, terminate those that it can terminate, or renegotiate for a lower price based on the President's advisory on lower DUPA, so that we can generate more savings bigger than what was already conveyed to us. Okay. May I know the process after the DPWH has given us the estimated savings? It is up to the committee to reallocate it in structures that are certain will not be prone to corruption, right?
Madam Senator, Mr. Chairman, I think the approach will be to have a special provision in the 2026 budget that because clearly whatever savings we will estimate is still estimated savings, no, meaning depende pa po yung actual savings kapag yung mga project na yan ay na award na next year, no? Kasi may bidding process pa po yan. So we were suggesting po that a special provision be crafted so that the savings, actual savings generated in 2026 from the DPWH budget will be utilized to fund a very clear menu of projects, of services that of course will come from Congress. No, so I think this is the approach po, because while we can give an estimated amount, it is still estimated. Hindi po siya pwede talagang maano. Thank you po.
There are two ways, Mr. Chair. Yung mga sigurado na sila, kasi na-convey na nyo sa news na may savings na kayong 50, tapos yung additional na mako-compute po nyo hanggang Biyernes, we have, you as Chair, we have the authority na yun ang pool na paggagamitan sa iba. Pero yung special provision is useful dahil sa karagdagang savings. Pero hindi lahat ipagpaliban sa next year. Yung kaya ng desisyonan dahil na-convey na nyo na may X amount na savings, pwede na rin yun. Yeah. Diba? Kasi,
Mr. Chairman, we leave it up to the wisdom of Congress.
But I leave it to the judgment of the Chair.
I think, Secretary Senator Lauren, ang pinakamalinis is for those projects to be amended down.
Now na,
But you have to tell us, kasi ang dami, we're talking about 14,000 projects eh. Some of them are low, some of them, based on our analysis, some of them are justified. In fairness, hindi lahat rin overpriced. Marami rin overpriced, no? But for us to go through that 14,000 plus, hindi natin kaya yun, ma'am, because we don't have the manpower and also the technical know-how. But if we can leave it to DPWH to give us those items na talagang obviously mataas, and then based on your new CMPD, pwedeng bumaba, then ibigay nyo na sa amin para i-amend na namin directly in the budget. No? And then we can realize the savings. That is the pinakamalinis na paraan.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Senator, I think, well, just consulting our technical people here, they are telling me that it is virtually impossible po to do that at this point given the limited time available na unang-una ho, mahirap po kasing mamili lang ng kung ano ang babawasan, ano ang hindi. Obviously the program of works are different across projects. So it might be virtually impossible for us to do that, no, given the limited time, no. But we will leave it up to the discretion of Congress if you will reduce, no, on a project per project. But I guess we are just being honest that it might be difficult, no, for us to go through all the 14,000 or so, close to 20,000, I think, no, project line items, no. I mean, if this was January or February, I mean, beginning of the budget, I think we can do that. But unfortunately, it might be impossible to do that at this point.
Yeah, but I think the objective, ma'am, is to save, no? So we'll find a way. I'll consult with Senator Loren and also the member Senator JV on how to make that happen. Kasi may time constraint tayo eh.
Yes.
We're going to open the TWG this Wednesday. Tuloy-tuloy na yan, no? Tuloy-tuloy na.
Yes, and also, Mr. Chairman, it's also, I think, important to consider as well, no, the reduction in the cost of materials for other agencies as well, no, because that will also be another source of savings as well, no. But again, limited time might be difficult to adjust in the other departments as well. So maybe special provisions to that effect, as you described earlier, might be the most efficient way of doing it. At least for the next year, for 2026. But obviously for 2027, lahat po magbabago na yan.
Submit to us yung CMPD.
Yes, we will submit the CMPD and also the corresponding estimate of the effect on the capital outlay.
Okay, sige.
Opo.
Okay, sige.
Thank you very much,
Pag-isipan
Mr.
namin.
Chairman.
I'll consult also with our budget experts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
We recognize Senator Sito.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. And anyway, while waiting for Senator Loren, actually last week na I already raised my concerns, no. Pero but hearing today, just listening, it's sad to hear that there was really no coordination, according to Secretary Dizon, with especially for flood control projects. There was no coordination with DNR because they are the experts doon po sa water, sa river basins, kung saan pupunta, no, yung flow. Senator Legarda is correct. We cannot fight nature, no. We have to go with it or work with it, no. This strengthens yung ating pong proposal last week, no, and which was supported by Secretary Dizon, yung pong creation ng Department of Water and Resource Management, so that there will be no more disconnect again, no. Dapat yung pong siguro itong itong agency ni si Carlo should be with the folded into the new Department of Water Management. It will address yung water scarcity because the world is already because of the growing population, yung pong water is becoming a scarcer resource every day. Tama po sila, no, yung binanggit ni si Carlos David, that we should, yung pong dapat natin, infrastructure will not just divert water and throw it in the ocean. We should in fact impound it and restore it so that during the dry season meron ho tayo pang pandilig, no. Sabi ko nga, every every rainy season we had abundant supply, sobra-sobra yung tubig natin. Pero pag dry season, wala naman tayong tubig. And sad to say that there are, Mr. Chair, nakakalungkot na marinig na kay Secretary Dizon mismo that there are some flood control projects that worsened. And from Music Carlos David also, the situation, kasi nga bumilis yung flow ng tubig, walang pampabagal, walang impounding. So, I think, siguro for na-bash tayo last week, no? Sa mga netizens, sabi lang, creation of water department, Department of Water, dapat may Department of Fire daw, and soil and everything. But this is not a laughing matter. I think water is getting scarcer every day, the world over, and I think yung flood control, management of water has to be under one full-fledged department para hindi na ito maulit muli. We have seen, Mr. Chair, yung disconnect, no, na nakakalungkot na Secretary Dizon already said na coming from him, that most of the projects had no coordination with the Water Resource Management Office. Sila po yung merong expertise, no? Kung saan po yung daloy ng river basins and all. So, yun. Sec Dizon, thank you very much for your support, no, for two bills that I have in mind, no, yung master plan for infrastructure and national development, and also yung a lot of our colleagues filed yung pong creation of Department of Water and Resource Management. I think this is timely, no. Una-una maano na natin tubig natin, we will use it wisely and at the same time prevent yung pong nangyaring mga floodgates scandal from happening. Anyway, doon po sa the President said that 250 billion of flood control budget will be realigned to other programs, most especially social programs, no? So, but there will still be 100 billion, Sec Dizon, that will be used, o wala na, talagang totally.
Mr. Chairman, wala na po. Ang matitira lang po for flood control are the foreign assisted projects by assisted by JICA, ADB, and World Bank, roughly about 15 billion pesos.
So the entire 250 billion will be realigned for social program. Ang ano ko lang doon, Mr. Chair, because government spending, especially for infrastructure, is a driver for economic growth, di ba? Siguro maganda, I would like to propose to the President, if given the chance, that probably half of the 250 billion be still used for infrastructure, specifically for, halimbawa, since DPWH ay still undergoing reforms, hanggang di pa tapos, pwede ilagay sa DOTR to. Total, galing naman si Sec Dizon sa DOTR, for airports, for ports, and other economic drivers in infrastructure. At least tuloy-tuloy po yung spending natin for infra, and it will also have returns kasi hindi naman sa pagano, Mr. Chair, kung ilalagay lahat natin to sa ayuda.ax, there's no return. Diba? Iba yung infrastructure because this is an investment for the future, to stimulate economic growth, to create growth areas. So yun po yung ano ko siguro, no? Meron akong breakdown dito, siguro half of it nilagay natin sa DOTR for ports, airports, and other major infra. Dapat infra din, di ba, Mr. Chair, para hindi sayang, para yung, as I said, the multiplier effect, yung economic drivers, dapat tuloy pa rin. Siguro DOTR would get half probably. Siguro for social programs na gusto ni Presidente, at least may impact po. For health, okay po ako doon, no? MAIP, PhilHealth, that is really felt by the people, no? Kasi kung AX lang, ang hirap doon, hindi natin, that's cash. It's also prone to temptation, no? Mas okay ni MAIP direktang na tulus. And also, Mr. Chairman, siguro Sen. Loren will agree, yung one time, big time na tayo magkakaroon 250 billion na biglang, meron tayong that we can use for other programs na dati pangarap lang, no? We can fund MAIP, we can add for MAIP, UAC, PhilHealth, and HFEP, no? Lalo na improvement of hospitals, no? All over. Of course, i-balance na natin. Department of National Defense, talagang pangarap na lang talaga yung AFP modernization. But with this, lagyan natin ng a few billions for yung ating multi-role fighters, especially with the situation now in the West Philippine Sea. Coast Guard, ang laki nito, 250 billion eh.